Hello everybody, what's going down, clowns? My name is Sonja Marie with Wordlife Astrology on this beautiful, beautiful God-given morning, Monday, April 1st, 2024. Happy April Fool's Day to you if you partake in the tricks and the jokes and all of that stuff. Just sending you light and love for the little giggles that happen to show up in your belly today. If this information resonates with you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this information. And if you're coming back, Jack, I appreciate you. And Jacquelina, I appreciate you for showing up and supporting the sister, okay? So let's get down to the week, y'all. On this awesome Monday, April 1st, know that the moon is in Capricorn. I oftentimes say this. I like when the moon is in Capricorn because it allows us and gives us permission to get things done, to climb the mountain, to be effective and practical and proactive on some things, like literally checking the to-do list off. So if you're in that vibration and if you're in that mode today, bravo to you. I want to caution you though, however, some never, is that moon in Capricorn will square the sun in Aries. That moon squaring the sun is a big deal. Why? Because it's always about emotional information that squares up against the sun, the ego, the core you. So regardless of what sign you are, the emotions and the core vulnerable spaces and places within us will not agree today in some type of way. The emotions want us to be practical and handle things in a very emotionally controlled type of atmosphere, whereas the sun is saying, be bold, fight, go push past that practicality and let's get what we need to get done. That's a hairy situation. So please, on this Monday, take your time to listen, take your time to emote when you need to, but more so control your emotions so you don't get your panties or your underwear caught up in a bunch, okay? We understand that it's really, really difficult to kind of come on one accord today, but just breathe, count to 10 and breathe so nobody goes to jail. Also this day, the moon in Capricorn is sextiling Mars. So that's a little crazy, right? That the moon and the core us, the sun and the moon, are not in agreement, but the emotional body, which is that moon in Capricorn, is in harmony with Mars in Pisces. This only means that whatever practical information, whatever controlled emotions that you have, whatever ambitions that you have on this particular day, like for real, go with the flow of it. Mars is saying, I got you. Let's just go in this direction. Let's bypass all the anger. Let's bypass the need to be selfish, be self-centered. Let's bypass the need to be the first, to be right. Let's just go in the direction in which we set out to go. And Mars in Pisces says, let's go in the direction in which we can seek some kind of comfort, some kind of compassion, some kind of sensitivity. If the emotions in Capricorn says, let's get things done today, let's get things done, as Mars in Pisces says, in a very smooth out, sort of passive aggressive and finding our own shape type of way. Mars in Pisces is really indicative of the water trickling from the top of the mountain, finding its way through a stream and then to the ocean. That's how our movements are on this Monday for sure, in combination with our emotions. Whatever we need to get done, let's get it done in a smooth out, watery, going with the flow type of way. Also today on Monday at 6:14 p.m. Eastern Time, Mercury in Aries goes retrograde. Yep, it's kicking off, y'all. Mercury goes retrograde at least 3 times a year. And this particular cycle, Mercury will be in retrograde in Aries until April 25th. Now, what that means, every cycle when Mercury goes in retrograde, it literally means that the planet Mercury is wobbling out of formation in the sky, which appears to be drunk, so to speak, and it throws off the magnetism and the meaning, the metaphysical meaning behind what Mercury has to offer. Mercury is all about communication. Mercury is about technology. Mercury is also about the things that we hear, the things that we read, how we organize, how we plan, how we strategize a situation, okay? So if Mercury in Aries, planning really quickly, speaking really quickly, listening really quickly, doing the things communicative as fast as possible to get to an end, if that vibration is kind of drunk and out of the way, it may not prove to be beneficial for some people. If you take your time, it could be a little bit more helpful. Be patient in how you hear people. Be patient in what you say. Be patient in your planning, especially for the latter, because that new moon solar eclipse in Aries is coming, allowing us to make some new magnanimous changes in our lives, in which we will be happy about. We're already in Aries season, so we're asked to jump off the cliff and take some risks for sure. But the bottom line is, can we do that without thinking it all the way through? With Mercury being in Aries, can we really jump without knowing what we're jumping ourselves into? Can we really jump without getting all the information that we need to get? All I'm saying is, cuidado with Mercury in Aries going backwards. Why? Because we don't want to think too fast about these new changes that are coming into our lives. And also, we don't want to say things that can hurt people, hurt relationships, hurt resources and connections that we've spent time, energy, and blood, sweat, and tears in trying to mend and keep together. Take your time, be patient, and really listen for the words in between the words. On Tuesday, the moon will continue to be in Capricorn and it will trine Jupiter. That's a good deal. Keeping the focus and our emotions in check will bring the goodness, will bring the skittles. Again, the moon in Capricorn says be in control of your emotions. Focus on reaching the top of the mountain. Focus on ways in which we can come together effectively in our emotions so we can grow, so we can move past some things, so we can utilize whatever is before us. With the moon trining Jupiter, oh my goodness, with all this controlled emotions and these ways to utilize things, they bring the gifts. They bring Jupiter's opportunities. They bring the skittles, as I like to say. At the very least, it brings a good feeling on Tuesday that you have checked off your to-do list, that you have gotten things done, and you can sit back, put your hands behind your head and feel like you accomplished some things. But look for the rewards and the awards and the opportunities too, because you have been working hard. So the rewards can come in a plethora of ways. Also on Tuesday, with Uranus being in Taurus, that moon in Capricorn will trine Uranus as well. Awareness to reacting to only the things that matter. That's what makes bringing in the innovative your truth and your new awareness. Uranus is about awareness. It's about the new things that want to come through. It's about the innovative. However, with that moon being in Capricorn, it says, be effective. Watch the things that are coming your way. Be controlled, be pragmatic, and understand that we can take on the new changes and the innovations that are coming. However, we got to be in control of how we feel, how we respond to that. On Wednesday, the moon goes into Aquarius, but early in the morning, Eastern time, when the moon is still in Capricorn, it's going to sextile Neptune. Stay in your intuitive self, especially because of Mercury going retrograde. What you say may not match with your wishes, so keep your wishes inside until you can form the words. Enjoy your dreams in your head for now. With the moon sextile in Neptune on Wednesday, it says be in control of your emotional reactions and or how you share those emotional reactions with people. Why? Because Neptune is that ambiguous place. Neptune is that space in which all of our dreams reside. And a lot of people are not in agreement with it. A lot of people don't understand your dreams because they don't walk your walk. So the bottom line is, with the moon sextile in Neptune on Wednesday, in such a heavy time, in such a manic time, we're between two eclipses where there are massive changes and emotions that are being erupted. The safest places the moon, sextile in Neptune, is within our dreams, is within our subconscious, is within our imaginations, is within our creativity, is what that aspect is saying. And sometimes we can't share those sacred places with people, especially in our imagination, because they haven't been formed yet. Remember, being in Aries season is about the start. It's not necessarily about how we're going to plan this thing all the way out. We just have the propulsion to get up off the couch, so to speak. As we're getting up off the couch, honestly, y'all, we still don't know what we're doing. So the bottom line is, on Wednesday, when our imagination is active, keep those sacred inspirations to yourself so nobody can extinguish them too prematurely. You dig that? Because we got... Also on Wednesday, when the moon goes into Aquarius, it will conjunct Pluto. Feeling the emotional detachment of the need to transform and live in your power. Step outside of yourself and realistically believe. Now, what's interesting, on that same day, it was the moon sextile in Neptune. It's saying to stay in your dreams, stay in your imagination. The moon conjuncting Pluto on that same day, as it goes into another vibration, is asking you from an emotional standpoint, now step outside of your dreams, step outside of your ambitions, really look at it from a detached space and say, I think I can do this from a realistic standpoint. I think I can put together the plans and the blueprint and put together the resources and look at my fears even. Look at my insecurities from a detached place and go, yeah, I once had that, but I'm not working with that any longer. Oh yeah, that insecurity keeps coming up, but we're gonna have to tuck that for now. Or I'm gonna have to deal with this fear and this lesson so I can ensue my own power. The moon conjuncting Pluto wants us to react in our own power from a detached way, really looking at how powerful we are from a stand back point of view to go, you know what? I can do this. I can be a slightly bit arrogant to know that my dreams are powerful, that where I want to go and the movements that I want to do in this life at this time are valid. So let me just stand here and look at the full picture before we move. Also on Wednesday, Venus conjuncts Neptune. Come on, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Noticing the value of your dreams, the love in the unknown, and a magic carpet ride. So those are 3 different things in which I just put out there. But the real deal is that Venus in Pisces, meeting up with Neptune in Pisces, is a love fest, y'all. A love fest that can actually be actualized from your dream time. Your beau, your sweet lady can walk into your life like magic from your dream time, from an idea in your mind, but is actually real. Like weird science out this mug. If you're old enough to know weird science, then you know what I'm talking about. But it is about finding the value in the love that you want. It's about finding the value and the money from what it is you know you are worth. But understand this too, from a deeper perspective, it's knowing the type of love that is needed to sustain you. It's the type of love that you have for yourself and that you've been wishing for yourself for ages, for decades, for a couple of lifetimes, if that's the matter. And you sit back on this day, on Wednesday, and say, no, I want to be loved like this. Because this is what's been in my mind. This is what's been in my imagination. This is what's been in my prayers. This is how I want to be loved. And I'm going to stand on it until I receive it. Bottom line, point blank. On Thursday, with that moon staying in Aquarius, it will sextile the sun. I like that too. Use the energy of the Chariot is what I feel on this day. Blaring through with what you already set forward. Move forward and make it make sense. That moon in Aquarius always asks that we make sense of something. Specifically, our emotions. Specifically, our connections to people and the new innovations and ideas that are coming towards us. When it sextiles the sun in Aries, That's a beautiful thing, because Aries is like, finally, I got a buddy to push past these ideas with some type of sense, some type of understanding, some type of reality. So this is a day on Thursday in which Aries energy gets the sensibility of the moon that says, yes, not only let's make the plans, but let's invite the people. Let's talk about the thing. Let's connect to our resources. Now, understand this, because we are again in Aries season, this new moon solar eclipse is coming on April 8th. That's going to push us forward into doing again. We are at the beginning of what we are doing new. So on Thursday, with this newness of the sun sextiling moon and Aquarius, is saying again, get your ducks in a row. These beautiful ideas that are coming to you, start writing them down. Start vetting people. Asking if someone would like to do this. Can I pencil you in on a particular day? It doesn't have to be right now. Again, Mercury is going to be in retrograde at this particular time. So it may not be about commitments, but it's about penciling things in. So when it's time to really move forward and continue the walk, we can do so with some surety. So on Friday, April 5th, the moon goes into Pisces. Yes, we're sliding into that watery energy of Pisces once again. So there may be some tears ignited on Friday and throughout the weekend, only to cleanse, only to move forward, only to recognize where the unconditional love resides and where the compassion is needed, okay? Again, water signs bring clarity in the emotions. So if you feel the need to well up on this day or Saturday, please do yourself a favor and take time to get it out so you can feel a little bit better, okay? Also on Friday, Venus goes into the sign of Aries until April 29th. When Venus is in Aries, a couple of things can go down. Venus loves to love, but in Aries in a really quick kind of way. So if you're in a relationship right now, maybe your appetite and how your partner loves you is changing. Maybe they need to do other things. Maybe you need to do other things to shake it up. Is there some adventure that's necessary in order for you to know that the love and the connection is still alive? When Venus is in Aries, also we can come to some quick assessments about the value of certain things. Vet certain things out if you can. Ask as many questions as possible, because Venus and Aries, again, it likes us to get to the thing quicker than quick, move on, but you may be missing some really important information if you move too quickly and you don't get your worth about a project, a person, or a situation that you are newly introduced to. Also, Venus in Aries is about us having the need and the passion to be independent, the passion to do what we need to do for ourselves. It can come off really self-centered and or selfish, but I really want you to do yourself a favor when it comes to you judging you or somebody else. Is that person or you needing to get your back up off the wall? Do you need to love yourself just a little bit more? Do you need to show the world that you are your own priority before you give information and energy and blood, sweat, and tears to other people before yourself? This may be a time in which you grab the reins and just get a little self-centered for you, for your sanity, for your success, and ultimately for your own happiness. I'm just saying, boo-boo, time to think about you. On Saturday, with the moon being in Pisces, is going to connect and conjunct with Saturn being in Pisces as well. The feeling of getting things done in divine time. Don't stop and rush your work and listen to what needs to be done all the way through. You'll feel better. And what I mean by that is that oftentimes the moon, the emotions, reactions, propelling Saturn in the same vibration. Is saying, what I feel I need to do, I will do. I am propelled to do. I am disciplined in doing. I will find the devotion in order to complete in divine time. at the pace in which is given to you. Because here's the deal. Saturn brings up fears and lessons and restrictions. And if our emotions are not in alignment with those restrictions and those lessons, sometimes we can retreat. Sometimes we have to learn the lesson over and over and over again. So we need to take our time, especially on Saturday, getting the lesson, allowing it to become a part of us, like through osmosis, and understanding that there are certain things that we are afraid of. So it's time to get comfortable with some of those fears so we can march through them, as opposed to being too passive aggressive and going up and around it and dismissing it and not paying attention to it at all. So take advantage of that time and that flow on Saturday morning. Also on Saturday, with that moon being in Pisces, is sextile in Jupiter. That's a good deal. So here's the understanding. If we can go past the fear, that Saturn information, here comes Jupiter. Here comes the blessings. Here comes the skittles. Here comes at the very least, the happiness, the understanding, and the internal celebration. I pushed through some things. I'm actually as bomb as I knew I was. And here comes Jupiter's rewards to celebrate that. Come on, y'all, get it on ya. Also on Saturday, Venus sextiles Pluto. Venus sextile in Pluto says, in my own words, knowing your passion, your value, what love means to you, the new person that you are developing to be. Stand on this power. Stand on the power of the love that you require in your life. That's enough said. Stand on the power. Stand on the worth. Stand on the value and the conviction that you have for yourself, so it can transform through Pluto your life, your foundation, the things that you want to do differently, and how you need to be represented from the inside out from now on. You get that? I hope so. I felt that in my bones. And lastly, on Saturday, that moon in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus. So stay in the possibility of change, please, and allow your surroundings, all positive, to change who you are. Absorb them and become what you've set out to be. The moon being in Pisces and its intuitive, emotional responses, it's doing its best to find Uranus's innovation and independence somewhere in the wind. Because it's saying, if I move, if I bend, if I go to where my emotions want me to go to, what feels right and safe for me, with that moon being in Pisces, I can seek the changes. I can seek the innovations and the new life that I know that's for me. That's what that moon sextiling is Uranus about. Close your eyes and find what works for you, for your tribe, for your friends, for the people that gather around you, for your new dreams and innovations. There are sites that people don't even know that you have. Lean towards them, and everybody else will catch up, boo-boo. That's for sure. So on Sunday, that moon slides out of emotional and sensitive Pisces into Aries again. It's about to set us up. Why? For this new moon solar eclipse that's going down on the 8th. We'll talk about that next week. Or you can go to my live eclipse special that is posted here in the live section. Please go view it. Take some notes. It's 90 minutes long, and it can get you informed for this eclipse season. So with the moon being in Aries on Sunday, it's going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Beginning of the eclipse energy, here we come, waking up to change. It's not only for you though, it's for the people too. It's for the future. That's what that moon sextile in Pluto is about. Even though that new moon energy is being prompted by the moon going into Aries that day. And that Aries energy says, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to take advantage of this eclipse and do things for me. Well, it first is reminding us before it gets into that eclipse energy the following day on the 8th, it's saying, wait, the things you do for you is also good for the people. The things you do for you is also good for you transforming your life forever. The things that you do for you is also transforming the systems and the things that are around you in your local government, in your national government, and international governments. You understand? The things that we do for ourselves is going to reflect on everyone else. So you got to be responsible. What changes are coming your way, and how will they evolve with other people in mind? That's a real question. Get powered up for that, y'all. Let's go. Changing the world together. Also on Sunday, and finally, that moon in Aries will conjunct Venus in Aries. So here comes the ingenuity. Here comes the bold reactions to bring love and value to what you're convicted of, what you know to be true about you. Start getting crazy, like Aries crazy, for your dreams, okay? And I'll put in my notes, Flavor Flav. Yes, be your own Flavor Flav. Be your own hype man with that moon conjuncting Venus. Because no, from a Flavor Flav, from an Aries passionate position, like for real, I'm dope. Like for real, I'm worthy. Like for real, the things that I desire are going to bring me forward. And I don't need permission. I need assistance when I ask and when it can be given to me. But I don't need permission to be who I am. Take that, beautiful people. All right, beautiful folks. Let's see what card we have for today. What a beautiful card. It's flowering, y'all. It's time to flower because it's springtime. The Queen of Rainbows is like a fantastic plant that has reached the apex of its flowering and its colors. She is very sexual, very alive, and full of possibilities. She snaps her fingers to the music of love, and her zodiac necklace is placed in a way that Venus lies over her heart. Ow. The sleeves of her garment contain an abundance of seeds, and as the wind blows, the seeds will scatter to take root where they may. She is not concerned whether they land on the soil or on the rocks. She's just spreading them everywhere in sheer celebration of life and love. Flowers fall on her from above in harmony with her own flowering, and the waters of emotion swirl playfully beneath the flower on which she sits. You might be feeling like a garden of flowers right now, showered with blessings from above. Welcome the bees. Invite the birds to drink your nectar. Spread your joy around for all to share. Ashe. I love this card because as it reminds us, as even though we're in between eclipses, even though Mercury in Aries is going retrograde, even though there are some things and some people that kind of want to pull us off of our square and pull focus back on them and off of us, we can still flower. We can still share our love. We can still share our nectar. We are still in this very, very beginning phase of our new life. Don't you feel it? In which some of these seeds may take, some of them may not. But it's your responsibility, please and very please, to be as bright and as spring-like and as open as you can be. Please don't let anyone disturb your groove. It's time to bloom. It's time to get this thing right within ourselves and love ourselves the way we want to be loved, so the whole world can follow suit and love us the same way. I hope you have an awesome, awesome week. I'm sending you so much love and good vibrations your way. And I pray that you stay connected. Please go to my website, wordlifeastrology.com, if you want to know any information about what we do here. Appreciate you and enjoy your week. Adios.